हाँ जी सर.
Your book, I Did It My Way, is coming out on the 8th of Feb,
Yes.
2025.
Yes.
Very straightforward question, and you might feel offended by it. Why should anybody invest their time and energy in buying it and reading that book? Because it's a 600-page book. It has pictures and photographs, but still, it has a lot of readable material.
Asim, a very good question actually. Why should you buy this book or why should you read this book?
But you want to make an elevator pitch out of it, 30 seconds.
30-second elevator pitch, out of that 350 pages are pictures. Now, it's very easy to go through pictures because these pictures are over 100 years old, which nobody has seen. It's very interesting for the new generation, the old generation who will identify with it, and the next generation to see what kind of a life our elders, I wouldn't say ancestors, our elders like my father led.
पिछली
पीढ़ी जो है, how they led their lives and what kind of a social life. I mean, ours is nothing. We think we're leading a great social life. These guys had a ball, and these pictures are showing it. When you see those pictures, you'll actually see, wow, what a time of life they had, which I can't even imagine today. But this legacy was left behind by my mother of 100 years pictures which are in the book, which have never been seen by anybody. And I've digitized those pictures. It's taken me 4 years to do this. And I wanted that to be brought out, to be open to my next generation and leave it as a legacy of documenting all this. And besides the pictures, what else can I leave behind is a story about, the title says it all. But you know, the problems and the tribulation and the trials and the people who are wanting to pull you down in life, which everybody has faced, and most of the time they are your own relatives. Let me tell you that. The people who want to pull you down in life are not your friends or not this thing. They are your own relatives, your own family who pull you. They don't like your success. They don't like, they're jealous of you, your cousins, your uncles and aunts. They pretend they're very happy, but they're not. They want to pull you down. And those are the people, that kind of toxicity I have seen in my family and faced it. I'm sure you might face it at some time in your life too. And in spite of all those, you come out victorious and rise like a phoenix and do what you did because you have conviction and you have faith, you have integrity. But one thing, Asim, I'll tell you today, for all my viewers, is most important is that you've kept your integrity and you've done business honestly, and you can look them in the eye. And today I'd like to see, and even if one person comes up and tells me that I have cheated him, I have failed him, or I have done wrong to him, I would do anything. And that is what has led me through my faith, my integrity, my honesty, my belief in my Sai Baba and God, who has always been beside me to take care of me, my business, my family, my health and everything. And when you have all that with you and a conviction inside you that through your health problems, through your business problem, through your personal problems, when you go through all this and you come out, and today I sit down and talk to so many of my friends like you, who we have sat down and talked about. I have some friends talking to me. I talk to them and convince them and ask them, I said, मैं बड़ा stressed हूँ, मैं बड़ा घबराया हूँ. I said, why are you stressed? I said, please tell me one thing. What is stress doing for you? Is it solving your problem? They said, no. I said, then why are you taking stress? I said, you don't take stress and it's troubling you, you're harming yourself. But don't take stress, find a solution to the problem. I said, I have always looked into a problem. We all face problems. We all face issues in our daily life, at home and in office. You try to find solutions to it. You don't haunt them, or you don't try to wash them away with alcohol or with some other escape routes which we all have. You try to find the solution. Why is this problem arisen? Now, when you sit down and try to analyze that problem, why it is arisen, it could be you. And 90% of the time, you are the problem.
We are the core of the problem.
That's it. So when you realize that you're the core of the problem and you're blaming somebody else for it, right? Because you want to escape that issue of admitting to yourself, because your false ego which you have inside you of saying sorry or admitting that I am at fault. That's what I've done in this book. I have admitted all my mistakes which I made in my life, which has affected the lives of so many people, my wife, my children, my other relationships, my friends, my business associates, where I finished I was ostracized by society. Completely. With my first wife, I had a friend circle, I had a society. With my second wife, I had a friend circle and a society. With my relationship with Varsha, I had a friend circle and a society. So you build up that social circle and society with all your relationships because the other ones ostracize you because you've left your marital home or you've left your wife and children. You get ostracized in life, and that feeling is something that I've experienced. So I have been through it, everything, all my relationships, and creating new friends, social circles. It's not easy.
But so
I've done this over maybe 4 or 5 times.
Can you
And
tell
in
me-
Dubai, I've done it all over again. I've created my own social circle, my own friend circle, and today the proof of it is that on my launch there are going to be 400 people.
400 people there.
And all 400 people are not coming because they want to be there, because they want to be seen, but because they care for me, they love me, and they're coming because they all care for me and love me genuinely.
Sure.
That's it.
But sir, can you name a few more people, because autobiographies are not very common, first of all. I've read a few. Your generation, whenever they write or are written about, they're always all about how success was formulated or made and what's the success formula. I haven't actually read a detailed book about what the mistakes were made and how to avoid them. This is something that imparting of that wisdom in your book is something very special.
I think the success or failure of this book, I don't know what it's going to be, but the success or failure of this book all depends, because I have been very honest. I have been very upfront and admitting the mistakes which I think a lot of people don't have the balls or the guts to do, and admit the mistakes that they made in life. But I have had the guts to admit the mistakes openly to everybody whom I have wronged and whom I have made mistakes with, whether it be my wife, my children, my relationships, my business partners, my friends. I have admitted it that I was wrong. And I have changed myself. I have gone introspected into myself and seeing, why is this happening? Why is this happening every time that I'm having a relationship or something that is breaking up? There's an expiry date to that relationship. Why? I found out that I'm the one who's responsible. It's like your credit card is expired. You need a new credit card. And every time you go to a new relationship, you're going into a new buying another credit card. But you're saying the credit card expired, so I've got a new one. It's very easy to say that, but no. That credit card which expired, you are the cause of it. So you introspect and find out what's wrong with you. And you're dealing with people, whether it's a relationship or a business partner or a customer or a friend. When you realize that, wisdom comes to you and you start behaving differently. And that is what I've been trying to convey. And even if I can convince 1% of the people who read the book that this book is motivational for you because you identify with it at some point of time. That ये chapter में यार ये मेरे साथ भी हुआ यार. And how did you solve it? And you're told you how to solve it. Look at yourself. First, study yourself and figure out. That whole purpose of this book is look into yourself and improve yourself, and then admit your mistakes, and then everything else around you changes and you look at it with a different perspective. And this is what I've tried to convey in my book all the time, and this is what I'm trying to do. Now, a very interesting thing has happened is, I must talk to you about this. Let's see, I'm not talking of myself, I'm talking of legends. I'm giving you examples of Lata Mangeshkar, Mohammad Rafi, Mukesh, K. Asif, all the big actors, Raj Kapoor, Devan. Is there any documentation on that?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Why? Why are these legends who Lata Mangeshkar who died? Why isn't there a documentation, a documentary or something done about her life? Or Mohammad Rafi or Raj Kapoor or Dilip Kumar? There's no documentation. In India, today we have no documentation of anything. And what is the success of my friend Shashi Ranjan's and Rakesh Roshan's series, The Roshans, today? The huge success Netflix series, which is this, because it's been documented. when you see the documentation of where Roshan started from, what Rajesh Roshan, Rakesh and Ritika, and when you see it, it fills your eyes with tears. And Shashi has done it so well that I can't tell you he's excelled. And you will binge watch all the 4 episodes, I guarantee you. And this is now people are waking up and saying, यार हमारी तो कोई documentation नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं है. And now people will start thinking that we need to document our lives. Otherwise, कल आप मर जाओगे, आपके साथ आपका बच्चा भी पूछेगा मेरा बाप कौन था, वो कहाँ जी तस्वीर लगी हुई दीवार पे. वो भी हार आप चढ़ाओगे 1 साल के लिए, उसके बाद वो मट्टी भी नहीं पूछोगे. So what is left behind? And these are people who are legends, not like you and me. So I think documenting, and then a very interesting thing happened. There's a gentleman called Mr. Brahmanand Singh, and he came to me one day. Gagan Mungal brought him to me. He said, "Sir, I want to make a documentary." I said, "What are you talking about? Me? Documentary on me?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm the one who's made Kaagaz Ki Kashti, which is Jagjeet Singh's documentary on Netflix you have seen. I'm the one who made the making of R.D. Burman, and I got a national award for it by the President of India." Malika, I started looking upon him a little differently. Malika, Brahmanand, what have you done? She said, I'm a national award winner. I'm a documentary maker. I've been reading your podcasts. I want to make a documentary on me. So मैं हंसने लग गया. मैं क्या पागल है? So documentary मेरे पे बना, मैं कौन हूँ? I'm nobody. He says, "Sir, you don't know. Your life is so interesting. From what I've seen only on podcast, I haven't even read your book yet. But I want to make a documentary on you." So I said, "Okay, तो पैसे कौन कर से? सब पैसे आपको खर्चना पड़ेगा, मैं डॉक्यूमेंट्री बना के दूंगा. तो अगर वो खुजली है, मैं कहा मेरे को खुजली है, बट इतनी भी खुजली नहीं है कि मैं अपने आप पे डॉक्यूमेंट्री बनाऊँ. मेरे को खर्चा बता दो कितना आएगा." कहता वो आप मेरे पे छोड़िए, मैं आप पर डॉक्यूमेंट्री मैंने ज़रूर बनानी. ये कल जाके कहीं कोई सब्जेक्ट पिक्चर का बन जाए या कुछ भी हो, दिस कैन एनीथिंग
Anything can happen from it.
So I said, and then when I saw the Roshan, I said, "यार
बात तो सही है.
बात तो सही
बात तो सही है.
And today, if not, even if it doesn't go out or sell out, at least I've left behind some documentation of who your father, your grandfather, or your great grandfather was for my generation. And I trust him because he's got a record behind him. He's a national award winner. So, देखो, I've let it out in the open. ये book
That's something we will look forward to. But thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your journey with all of us. I think it's going to be a huge success, and not only the book, but I think it's going to really touch people's hearts. And that's what I want this book to do.
I hope so, and I pray so, and I have the blessings of all my friends like you and my viewers whom I've been troubling to see my podcast all these months, and I hope something good comes out of it.
I dragged you here. I dragged you here on that
Let
podcast.
it out in the zone and see what happens to it, and let's see.
Let's see, sir, what happens.
Thank you.
All the best, sir. All the best, sir.
Thank you.